Hello, my name is Terry Lynn Jordan. I was diagnosed with breast cancer on May the 12th, 2006. I had gone to have my regular mammogram, and I had been quite sick with a cold for about 5 weeks. And so I was at work on a Wednesday, and the phone rang, and it was my family doctor, and she says, "Terry Lynn, we need to see you and your husband in our doctor's office in an hour." And that's when I got it. That's when I realized that I was that 0.1% that just got breast cancer.
Shock more than anything, because what do you do?
I was diagnosed with a 10-centimeter tumor in my right breast, and it was a complete shock for me. I was physically fit, so there was no reason for me to get breast cancer. But it doesn't just happen to the others, it happens to you.
And you notice right away as you think back when you're asking them questions about, are you going to get, what are the chances of her beating it and all that, you start to realize very quickly this is not the flu where you get antibiotics. There's no answer.
So prior to breast cancer, I had quite long blonde hair, and shortly before chemo I cut it short, and then I went bald. Until you lose your hair, the world doesn't realize how sick you are, and nor do you. And when you lose your hair on your head and your eyebrows and every little piece of hair in your entire body, everywhere is gone, all of a sudden you look in the mirror and you say, I really am sick.
I think I was functioning at maybe 1% during my chemo treatments. I could barely get up and walk to the front door. I was green. I was just... It's a battle. It's war. It's devastating. And not only for me, for my family, my boys. They would see Mommy lying on the couch and couldn't get up, and they were used to Mommy being at their hockey games, soccer games, football games, taking them to practice. All of a sudden, Mommy was not even able to cook dinner for them.
I thought that she was not going to survive it, because she told us some stories about some people survive the breast cancer and some people don't.
And yeah, I was very scared, but I knew she was going to make it because I know she's strong.
So throughout the whole affair, I mean, there's the ups and downs of the psychological issues associated with having breast cancer, and of course you worry about death. I mean, I as a parent had to actually contemplate in my mind what life would be like as a single parent, let alone my wife, Maria, having had this breast cancer. And then when this Dr. Taylor business, and I call it the Dr. Taylor business, I don't know what else to call it, came about, where they would now take care of her mind. And at first she was reluctant to go. I think some people probably thought I didn't want her to go, but I was ecstatic. And so that's how I got involved. I said to Mary, you gotta go. You may not like talking in front of people because she's a bit of an introvert. And I think in the end it helped her face things she didn't want to face.
But you realize real quickly, once the treatments are done and all your doctors and all your support, medical support, all of a sudden say, well, goodbye, you're done, go home. And that's when it really hit me. It's like, what are you talking about? I just spent 11 months fighting for my life, physically, mentally, psychologically. I was broken. I was a pile of, I don't know, dirt. Like I didn't know where to go from there.
The counseling sessions in the recovery group, they were really hard for me to go to initially, because when people say, well, you need psychosocial services, well, you think, well, I'm not mental, I don't need to go to these sessions. And so they were done in a way that they were not only about your mental health, but they were about your sexual health. They were about working dynamics at work, how to integrate back into the workplace. They were about regaining your new normal. They were all of these tools in a kit format to get your life back. And I think that if I had not been able to participate in that, I would not be where I am right now.
Gives you somebody, period, that you can talk to. Because not a lot of people want to talk about it. And be it your family, be it your friends, people just don't always understand what you're going through. And with Dr. Taylor and the supportive care group, it's been good.
I would recommend the Breast Cancer Supportive Care Foundation because they are not only knowledgeable about breast cancer, they are compassionate as human beings. And I remember those moments as being pivotal moments in my recovery, because without that hug and without that little extra to go on, I think it was very, very difficult for me to say the word hope and to say the word recovery and to believe in that I could get better. And Dr. Taylor made me believe that that could happen.
They've just helped in so many aspects, and without them, I don't know where I would be or where women in my situation would be, because whatever issue I have, I just call them and they are there for me. They will normalize or help me normalize what is going on with my life. And because of them, the last 9 months, I have been able to live again.
Maman, c'est très bien que tu as fini tes traitements. Et mon frère et moi, Alexandre et Joseph, sont très fiers de vous. Et mon frère a quelque chose à dire aussi.
Maman, je suis très fière de toi parce que tu as fini tes traitements de breast cancer. Et je suis fière de toi.